All right, how everybody doing? Welcome to day 3. Today we'll be working on execution and consistency. Today's focus, pretty much doubling down on the things that we've done the past 2 days. You're just putting everything here together. So we're building a clear trade execution flow plan. We're going to still continue to create habits. We're going to work on our journaling, trade tracking. We're going to learn the power of reviewing a post and trade analysis. After you've done with the trade, research it, see what happened. You want to continue to define your rules for scaling and adjusting. And we want to establish accountability and consistency. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with question number 1, day 3. Number 1. Trade execution floor plan. What does your trade execution checklist look like? What does your trade execution checklist look like? This is almost like SOPs, the way we started out, how you start, what you do in the middle, what you do at the end, how you start, what you do in the middle, what you do at the end, your flow chart process. You can write this out yourself. And basically, it's kind of like I said, we did day 1, how your money is going to flow. Day 2, how you're going to enter the trade. And then you need to incorporate some systems on how you managing the play, how you managing your emotions. And then once you sell, take profit or loss. What are you doing there? Are you researching? Are you wondering what happened? If you won, why did you win? Your trade execution flow process. So a bad trader with no plan is just going to jump in based off of hype. You don't really have a flow chart. You're not following anything. You haven't confirmed any signals. You have not established any stop losses or anything like that. And me personally, I don't do the stop losses, but I do have an exit strategy and plan. So as long as you have something like that, holding too long. These are examples of undisciplined traders. How many of y'all out there undisciplined?
I am.
Me sometimes.
Sean, you the scalper.
Man, listen, I will see something. Okay. Today I had SPY up 114%. And I said I'm going to exit at, I think it was 672.50. It got up to like 672.53. And I said, ooh, it's gonna keep going up. It's gonna keep going up. And I exited at like 671.98.
They threw the Uno card in on you?
Yeah, killed me. I was so mad at myself, but I do it all the time.
Man, we just got to stay disciplined and focused, man, and follow our rules. A good disciplined trader scans his watch list and setups, confirms the Greeks, the RSIs, the Bollinger Bands, whatever techniques that you use. You set your stop losses up before entry. You place trades with a clear plan. And then you review your results. Just like Sean just said, he was in the middle of the play. He sold. Now he's able to talk about it and review what happened. Sometimes you got to do that. And he knew he messed up. Well, he knew he could have had a better situation. He had an opportunity and then take advantage of it. Question number 2. Journaling and trade tracking. How are you guys going to do that? There are a number of ways to stay organized and journal. Is anybody in here journaling right now? What process do you use? Ain't nothing like good old-fashioned notebook.
Paper.
I started out with the notebook. I got a couple spreadsheets. I'll show y'all that here in a second. Spreadsheets, journals, notebook, yeah, sticky notes, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Like I said, they don't have to be fancy. They do not have to be fancy. And once you're tracking and journaling, then just like Sean said, he realized what he's done. He wrote that down, and hopefully it doesn't happen again because he has documentation of him doing it one time, and he's not going to do it anymore. Or he's going to attempt to not do it anymore. Or he's going to know why he did that, what emotion he felt at that time. You want to write all of that in there. Put a date, time stamp on it, all of that. Question 3. We want to review and post-trade analysis. How do you celebrate your wins? How do you celebrate your losses? It's okay to celebrate a loss, because when you celebrate that loss, you're celebrating that you realize why you lost. And once again, that goes in your journal. You want to put a magnifying glass on that analysis. Deep dive. If you won, why did you win? If you lost, why did you lose? How many in here have lost more than they won so far? It's okay. Lost more than you won. There's lessons in those losses. There are lessons in those losses. Besides Sean, anybody want to share a lesson that they did understand in a loss that they encountered?
Mine was I didn't have my stop loss in place. I was going to try to exit out quick, but it didn't work.
Did you leave with a huge loss or just not enough wins that you expected?
2,000 loss.
Huge loss?
Mm-hmm.
More than 50%.
Yep.
I had a huge loss.
Say again?
I had a huge loss. Around that April Trump shabacle. I'll call it that. Like I just hoped that I had the AMAC plays, and I just was saying, all right, it's gonna come up. It's gonna come up. I was going on hope and not like respecting the cases. The rules from the master class.
Now, on y'all losses, is it that y'all ran out of time? Or it was a loss from the get-go?
No, it's just the market flipped upside down and got to 80%, and I just was like, man, I gotta come with this.
Okay, you went on and cut it at 80%? Okay.
Yeah, I vow I'll never let it get back down to that again.
Gotcha.
And I was day trading and it switched on me real quick. Then at work, I couldn't attend to it like I needed to, and so I lost.
That part right there. I'm guilty because I be trying to trade at work too, you know, then somebody come to my desk and cause me to miss my entry point. Then I get frustrated and probably buy anyway, knowing that ain't the level I want to get in at, and then it turn away. But my risk to reward be small when I'm playing at work like that. But that's another story. Question 4, scaling and adjusting. What are your rules for scaling and adjusting your trades? This is nothing more than we starting out with that one contract. Now, me personally, I would like for you guys, if you're new getting started out, a good rule of thumb is 10 consistent wins based on one strategy, because you need to know if the strategy works. So right now, this 3-day workshop is all about y'all just creating your rules for yourself. If you haven't been trading and you're still trying to learn, you probably don't know your exact formula yet. Everybody's different. You know, I'm different from Talisha. I'm different from Belina. I'm different from Ab. But on the most part, we all get the same results. Just one might spend more money than the other. But at the end of the day, you're trying to win as many trades as possible. So there's a specific strategy that works for you, that you like, the setups, whatever the case may be. When you figure that out, try to get 10 consecutive wins. So you could get 5 and lose 2. You got to start over. You can get 9 and lose 1. You got to start over. 10 consecutive wins with one contract. Then you'd be like, okay, this thing works. I know what I see. I've mastered the alligator formula. I know for a long time, Sean is in a separate group with me. You know, that's he dialed in on that. I'm going to be the master of the alligator. That was his thing. You got some people use the Bollinger Bands. I started out with the alligator. I used the Bollinger Bands, then got introduced to the charting, and I kind of backed away from that. Now I'm making charting my my go-to for establishing my entries. Because at the end of the day, that's all these tools are. You know, you're establishing, watching the market, watching the stock, and looking for a buying opportunity. That's going to be a profitable opportunity. That's what those tools are supposed to help you with. So once again, once y'all figure out a style, a strategy that you like, that's going to be easy for you to execute, get 10 trades out of it. 10 consecutive wins. After you done ran 20, 25 trades and you still can't get 10 consecutive, you probably want to look for another strategy or something. But, you know, stay on one for a minute to give it time to work. Does all that make sense? Scaling and adjusting. That's what I need y'all to do. 10 consecutive wins with one contract. Then you feel like you've mastered that system. Boom, let me get 2 contracts. Let me get 3 contracts. Because it's a lot of people, they get cocky after they done got 5 trades, and then they go for the gusto. Man, let me get 6 contracts, and boom, that's the one they lose. You done lost everything you gained. So that's all we're trying to do there. So that's why I just recommend 10, if that makes sense. Once again, you can set your own rule and do more. You can actually say, man, 5 and I'm good. Like I said, I just recommend 10 with the way the market's going. 10 consecutive. If you lose 2 in the middle, you start over until you get 10 consecutive. Or if your rule want to be 5 consecutive. If you lose 2 in the middle, you start over until you get 5 consecutive. That would be my strategy for you there. Question 5, accountability and consistency systems. This is nothing more than at the end of the day, when this workshop is over, how are you going to hold yourself accountable? Your journals, groups, partnerships, trading buddy. That's a part of your plan and strategy and rules. Find somebody that you can confide in, bounce ideas off of. I know we're in this group. You can definitely always do that if you're not getting that at home. Because at the end of the day, when I'm doing charts, man, I like to talk to myself. I like to talk to the charts, and then the charts talk back to me. It's a three-way conversation. Questions, concerns. All right. I say everybody got access to their brokerage account. So what we're going to do now is go through a scenario, put everything together. Right now, as a group, we just inherited 25K. So on day one, we established a rule of what percent of our money we're going to put in the market. So right now we got 25K. What percent of that y'all want to put in the market? You can say it out loud. You can put it in the chat.
15.
15%?
Yes.
All right. Everybody agree with that? We got $25,000 to play with in our account. So 15% of that is going to go into trading options. That sound good for everybody? All right, I'm writing that down. Y'all got your calculators out? Now, what is 15% of 25,000?
37.50.
$3,750. Hold on a second. I'm gonna pull a checklist up for everybody. Everybody see that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So we got our 25. We said 15%. We got $3,750 to play with. Now, let's pick a ticker symbol that we think we want to invest in.
Gold.
Gold?
Oh wait, are we doing that small account challenge?
Whatever y'all think $3,750 can do. We come and
It
collect.
can get you an NVIDIA play too.
Say again.
I said it could get you an NVIDIA play.
NVIDIA.
Mm-hmm.
APLD.
APLD.
And maybe BBAI.
BBAI. Now I go ahead and tell you, with this money here, we could stretch it pretty far with APLD and BBAI. So which one y'all thinking? Coming together as a group.
Are we being conservative or are we being experienced? Because that would determine our number of contracts, correct?
Correct.
Anybody else in here?
Now,
What y'all want to do?
let me ask this question. 25,000, 15%, $3,750. Does anybody consider that money for a small account or large account? What's y'all
Small
definition of a
account.
small account?
Small account.
Anything
Maybe
like
no more than 600 to 800 per contract.
Say that again?
Max. I said small account, but max like 600 a contract. But like you said, BBAI, they're smaller. You might could do 300-400, but small account, I would say.
So what's a big account to y'all?
What, over 10 grand?
A big
over
account is like
25?
a AutoZone option. Those are like big accounts.
All right. So my definition of small account, anything under 1,000.
Okay.
But you talking
Anything.
about the total amount? Like this account is total 25,000. So you saying 1,000 the total amount?
Well,
No.
I'm talking about if you was trying to buy options. People with small accounts, they want premiums that cost $100, $200, $300.
200, yeah, 300,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's the person operating in the small account range. Now,
Agreed.
this money is not small, but
Right, right. The
you,
risk that they're
yeah,
willing to take at that point.
yeah, but you lowered your risk. So if your risk is this small, then you probably want to focus on smaller account mentality and looking for
Right,
premiums, $100, $200, $300.
right.
I was just gonna say, I don't know if we're going with the smaller account mentality, but the NVIDIA 200 call for January 2027 is $34.03. So that's,
Uh,
I
Too
mean,
high.
That would be one contract right there.
but
Yeah.
it would be a long, so it may be less stress because you got time. You're buying time on the hand. So I guess.
Hey, that's why we're having this discussion. We're
Mhm.
gonna go through the option chain too, though. So just trying to figure out the money, and then we're gonna go through the option chain and make those decisions. But yeah, that is a process. What she just mentioned there. So everybody want to do NVIDIA
Sure,
No,
sure, why not?
or APLD?
I prefer APS.
Well, if we
Both.
do APLD, you can just have
Good.
a scale.
APLD. Okay, boom. We got our ticker, APLD. Now we want to work on a strike price. But before we can work on a strike price, we need to do some research.
Here's what I want y'all to do for me.
Say again?
I'm sorry. I thought I was on mute.
Oh. So right now I am going to share my bar chart screen. All right, can everybody see that?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
All right, this is what I use to chart when I'm on the go. It's real quick, simple, and easy. Once again, it's all about the tools. If you use TradingView, if you use Webull, all those things are fine. Whatever you need to use to hone in on your research, that's what you use. I have Thinkorswim. It slows my computer down, but when I got time and I turn everything off, then I dial in and really do some deep analysis. But bar charts, it gets me what I need. When I'm posting those things on the in the Patreon, that's what I'm doing here, bar charts. And it's the free version. It has all the basic tools. So we said APLD. Full chart. Boom, I got candles. All right, what's the first thing we need to do? Right now, we're trying to establish a strike price, so we trying to also establish an entry. So you got to do a little charting or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna run through a few indicators that you might like or might not like. We will start with the Bollinger Bands. Anybody use that before?
Yes.
All right, so this thing here is real simple. Boom, Bollinger Bands right there. Now, basically with the Bollinger Bands, for quick, simple context, this line in here in the middle is the average. The average. This is your resistance, and this is your support. And it just rides. And all you're doing is looking at these candles here. So right now, and once again, the resistance is an average. So that's why it's constantly moving. If you're doing trend lines and everything like that, you're setting a solid resistance level and a solid support level. But if you don't want to get in all that, then this here, the Bollinger Bands, can help you with, the average, resistance level, and support level. And this is the average. Rule of thumb is a little more to it than that, but if you just basic and you just looking at it, when it hits resistance, you can always expect price to come back to average. If you are a trader looking for momentum. And then if it breaks the average, you can always look for it to come down here to support and bounce back up. Now, just looking at this here, you know what traps say, look left so you can figure out how to go right. Just look at how the candles respected the Bollinger Bands movement. Pretty spot on. Boom, hit resistance, came back to average. Fell below average. Didn't quite hit support. Came back to average, went above average. Hit support, came back down. So any stock you're looking at, if you just want to use the Bollinger Bands until you develop your system, you don't want to stay here. These are training wheels, but it's a good start.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Like I said, these are good training wheels here. But at the end of the day, you really want to do your support and resistance.
What time frame are you on? Daily? When you
This is the daily.
daily?
I make all my decisions on the daily. Like Trap, y'all hear Trap say he do all his drawings. Is it on the hour or 4 hour? I do all my drawings on the daily.
He does it on the daily, but he trades on the hour.
On the 1 hour.
So yeah, this is where I do all my drawing. So take off the Bollinger Bands. Alligator. Y'all know my colors, right? Black jaw, gold teeth, pink lips.
Lips. Okay. She pretty.
Sean, you on here?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Using the alligator.
So what now?
I said, what's that rule of thumb when we're using the alligator?
Only do calls if you're over the 200-day moving average, and only do puts if you're under the 200.
Yep.
That's one of them. The next one is
since you said that, let me put that in there. I think we're way above it, but yeah, put it in there anyway. Moving average, 200. See how simple and easy this little free tool is, man. Boom. All right, so they go to 200. Once again, I'm on the daily. There's our 200-day moving average, so we're well above that thing. We in APLD, remember that? That's our ticker. Y'all see these lines right here? Pink lip, gold teeth, black jaw. We're definitely in the uptrend. When you see these three lines spread out like this right here, high momentum. So this thing is continuing to go up. We probably see 30 here shortly.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to scale back here. So you are bearish. I mean, you are bullish when the pink line is always on top. Remember, well, I say pink line. I use pink. You might go to somebody else and they're using different colors, but the lips.
What is that moving average? Is the 8, the 13, and the what else?
The 8, the 13, and the 5. Let me make sure.
Okay. Pink is 5 though, right?
Yeah, 13, 8, and 5. 13, 8, and 5. And when you're looking at this Bollinger Band, and you might hear Ab when he's talking about his levels, Rams when they're talking about their levels, it's similar to this, but they're just using slightly different numbers. They use two indicators, you know, a 5-day and a 10-day. I think Ram used a 5 and a 9 or something like that. And they're just tracking that movement. So this lip is almost like them using the 5, the way that they use the moving averages. But you can just put in this alligator and then just go through this process here. Like I said, the lips on top is always bullish. When you start crossing over, the lips crossed over the teeth, and then they tap the jaw, but they didn't cross over the jaw.
David,
Yo,
you can pick any indicators you prefer, or is there?
yeah, it just depends on what you're comfortable with. Like I said, this alligator, you know, you got to understand how it works and moves and study it. That's what Sean was doing. Same thing with the Bollinger Bands. You got to understand how it works, and then you pick what's easiest for you to help you make decisions.
Okay.
Like I said, these are training wheels.
No, the reason I asked that because as much as I love you guys, I'd be like, oh, what's the settings? And Moo got one set of settings for her fib. Ab got a set for his fib. Trap got a set for his fib. And I'm like, nobody's numbers look the same. The process is the same, getting that swing high and swing low. But
That's it.
when I look at, I'm like, oh, those are the numbers. And then I look at somebody else and I'm like, okay, no, that's not it. So
That's like asking a cook how much salt and pepper to use.
It's just like this right here.
Not really.
So it's just like this. You got all these levels here. 20 to 22. My numbers, Ab, Talisha, Belina, everybody spot on has charted, and this is the level. So nobody's number may be exact. Belina might get in at 2064. I might get in at 21. Ab might get in at 22. He's saying that's his entry. But my charting, Belina's charting, Ab's charting, we all came in this area right here. So after that point, it's just picking a number. What you comfortable with getting in. And you know, some people can be $1 off. I have put a limit order in, and I swear that thing took off. Hey, Belina might have got in, and I missed my entry. Ab might have got in, and Belina missed her entry because we're $1 or $2 off. But we in that range. It just depends on buyers and sellers bringing it down a little further to get everybody in, or so after that, you just got to be comfortable with your decision. But these tools and anybody's charting techniques should get everybody in the ballpark. Now, some people just jumping into plays, ain't looked at anything. And before charting, I would look at this. What's the all-time high right now? Thought it was up here.
28, isn't it?
What is it?
28.
All right. So before charting, my rule of thumb was 15 to 20% off the high. Whatever that number looks like, that's my strike. And I'll set an alert and be done with it. Nothing wrong with that either. But you could get in too early. It could have some down pressure, but then that's what trap system was. Buy more time. So if you do get in too early, you got time to recover. You just probably got in, you know, a few dollars too early, still got some more downside pressure. But charting is supposed to help you dial that in a little more.
Right.
With a little more precision. But before charting, a certain percentage off the high, or you know, looking at the momentum, watching the news, picking your strike and entry, what you feel comfortable with getting in, and then execute. All right, so those little tools right there should be able to help somebody establish some type of formula for yourself. All right, we'll go ahead and get back to it. What we're supposed to be doing is APLD, trying to find us a strike price, and then we'll go to an options chain and look for the price. That sound about right? We're back on track.
Yep.
Anybody in APLD right now?
No, not I.
Those contracts are way too high right now.
For APLD?
Based on Janelle's going to E-Trade and checking out the contract.
The premium.
Yeah,
Okay.
them things are at all time highs. I'm not touching it till it
Yeah.
gets back down to 20 at
Yeah, that makes
least.
sense. All right, so this is what Belina was talking about. This is the 9 and the 20. So as long as we are above the 9, we still bearish. I mean bullish, and in the uptrend. But at some point, we want to establish an entry point.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, if you're trying to do a call, I probably wouldn't recommend getting in, but you kind of want to know your levels on where you could possibly get in. You could run a quick fib over there, swing low,
Mm-hmm.
the latest swing high. I will go to this one right here. That would be my swing high. How that look, Rams?
It look real good right there. Yes, sir. Coming right down. You're gonna see a little weakness.
Now, let me move that out the way a minute. Now, even though this is the high right now, we still need a pullback. So that's why I went with this high, and then we had a pullback here. And I went from this swing low here with my fib. And you put that 100 right there. Now, based off this fib right here, we could possibly get up to 28.88 is the next level, and then look for a bounce back down. Now, just looking at these fib levels,
I can't see.
need to blow it up.
No, you know how you in the little corner on your image is over the fib. Okay, that's better. Thank you.
Okay, just looking at these numbers here, which y'all think would be a good entry. So fib got us right here at 2250. Midpoint 2082. Currently, we closed. What do we close at today? We closed at 2653. We had some pressure here day before. Sellers knocked us back down. And this is where we are today on a Friday. So with that candle looking like that right there, what y'all think Monday gonna look like? We're gonna open at the same levels. We're gonna gap up. We're gonna gap down.
Gap down.
Gap down.
Why you say down? Is that Joshua? Why you say down? Because of the doji looking candles? And it's
It
two.
was Sean. Yeah.
Okay.
Was it long wick? Is
I
that why?
would call that a dragonfly doji. Rams, you're a candle expert. How would you look at that one? You got wicks on both ends though, but
The bottom one's a little longer, right?
yeah.
Still got volume in it. I would be patient here regardless and expect a pullback at some point. I wouldn't worry about what happens on Monday. Really, I would just watch it
Yeah.
and wait for at least a nice little pullback into that. Go highlight that big candle, the third in the back.
Right here?
That right there, yeah.
Yeah.
Just look at that level right there on that candle. Somewhere in that level, it's gonna pull back 2437, 2460. I will wait for somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Even if it runs a little on Monday, don't
That's
even
what I'm
follow the
thinking. They're
hype.
gonna run Monday based
Yeah,
off this candle.
it could because that strength coming right back. That volume still look good. But
Yeah,
I
it
wouldn't
might
chase
touch
it.
that 28.88 and then
Yeah,
start coming back down.
I wouldn't chase it. If you even want to play here, do the Belina strategy. Hit that orb. Look at that 15. Set the tone. Wait for it to break. You could either wait for the break, jump right in. You gotta press the trigger. If not, you're gonna miss the move.
Yeah.
If not, you could wait for midday. It's gonna most likely retrace and retest opening range.
Mm-hmm.
If you see it start having problems around there, you get back in, it's gonna shoot back down. See, that's what happened with the NASDAQ today. That's exactly how I hit the NQ today. I hit the org on it. And I waited for the retest myself because I needed a little more confirmation because the market's been going crazy. So I just waited. I was patient. I was like, if I don't even hit nothing today, I won't even hit it. So I made sure I waited for the retest. Sometimes I go right on the break. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But I would wait here unless you just want to trade. You could definitely hit that Bellina strategy. That was the gem right there.
Not the
Hey,
Belina
hey,
strat.
this is a
Nah,
patient
this
man's
was a
game,
trade.
like
I'm
everybody else say.
patient. Get that.
All right.
Yeah.
And now I gotta step in because this is what I do. I always watch pre-market. No matter what it's doing right here,
Mhm.
once pre-market come, it changes. I don't even look Friday. I mind my business on Friday. Monday morning at 9 o'clock. Sometimes I get, I get rowdy and do it at 9:20 if I feel like going to get some Starbucks. But it will literally show you by 9:25 if that 20 EMA is over top of that 9 EMA, that shit
Yeah.
is coming down.
Yes.
And that's my first entry point. I'm not even waiting for the 15 minutes. I'm going straight put because I know it's coming down. But that's my strategy that I use. Like I don't even look at, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I just keep it where it's at because come Monday and you're looking at it Monday morning, the story changed.
So you saying Monday could possibly, this red line could be on top of this green one?
Absolutely, 100%.
For
I say
clarity
that.
for the
Correct.
I
people in the
say
back.
I say that. I say that with confidence because I'm telling y'all, I watch this, I read it, and I know that I'm not looking after Friday. I'm not looking at the charts until Monday morning. And Monday morning around 9:20ish, that's when I jump in and look at my plays that I have in my watch list. If that's when it's going to confirm if that EMA, that 9 EMA is at the top, it might run, but I don't trust it because every morning it always goes up a little bit and comes down. But that's where my day trading mindset come in. I go and play with the, the little small and mid caps, and then I come back and I check it out. But with Tesla, you don't even got to think twice because that thing move up, that thing move down. You already know what you're going to do. But these ones, you literally got to sit there and watch it. And that's why these are not my preferred ones because I can get in the same play with the same amount over there where it's moving, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But no, she's not wrong. That 9 EMA is EMA though. The 9, you see that thing above or under, be careful because that's the move. That 9 will tell you right there. That 9 is a straight magnet. Like
Yep.
you see the 20, it'll go far from the 20. So you want to get in when it retests the 20, whether it may be going down or up. That you gotta wait. You gotta be patient for that thing to get away from the 20 and come back to the 20. But when you got that 9 is calling it all day long on the hour, on the 30-minute, on the 5. If you got alerts on step for the 9 EMA crossing either way on the 5-minute, your phone gonna be going off all day. All day because she's gonna come retest, bounce off, retest, bounce off. And then eventually she's gonna break. Boom. Trend change. BOS, boom, it starts, and now midday range, it start grabbing liquidity from the day's range. So it'll start stealing money from down here on this last candle over here. It'll start stealing money in the top bank. So now you don't even know which way because it start confusing you midday, and then the move continue. So that's why sometimes you gotta wait for that opening day range and see how the day start develop. Like at some point, 4:30, 1:15, at some point within the day, it will come retest that day's range and break. But there's a lot of strategies out there. It just depends what you're comfortable with. Like even here, I would wait. I would wait to assess the tone here because see why Davian did that because he wanted a certified higher high with the higher low based right there. That's the structure. So the next structure hasn't been built yet. They're still working on it. So regardless of which, this can bounce up real quick on Monday and then start retracing back at some point. make a new high, low continue. You have to be patient. I will be patient here. If not, if you want to trade, like I said, that Belina is going to hit right there. Or boom, you set a box, or you could put the line on top and the bottom. I do the box because when you build a box around it, the box is going to build a dashed line in the middle. So now you know where the middle is.
It
The
builds
whole range.
automatically. I never saw that.
Yeah. You just build a box. The box indicator on TradingView.
Oh, on
It's
trade.
just a box. Yeah, and you as soon as that 15-minute close, you just build a box right around it, wick to wick, everywhere price hit.
Cool.
Rams, I would love to be in like the day in the life of, trading with Rams one day. I'm just throwing it out there. If you want to
I second that.
hit us up on a Google Meet, like, yo, this is what I do. Even Thavion, like I'm telling you, Thavion is sharp. If y'all want to do it one day,
Gonna be at work.
a little friendly. I'm gonna show y'all what I do on a day-to-day basis.
You could catch me on one of my days off.
Little trade-a-thon.
Hey, I'm only going to trade with $100 though, Belina.
Absolutely not a trade-a-thon. We really want to see how we're not going to talk. We just going to watch.
All right.
Belina, stop starting stuff.
And then you can say questions at that.
Y'all don't
I
even
like that
understand.
idea.
Rams is one of them ones.
Yeah.
Let us know ahead of time. I'll take off. For sure.
Appreciate you.
Right?
I've been waiting for this man to join one of these, Thavion. If it's you and him on there, oh my God.
He was on one with abs, believe me.
He always in there. Ram be low key.
Yes, he's quiet, but he know what he talking about. He got money.
For sure.
You got more money.
Rams, I'm not bringing my wallet.
It's all right. Davion said it's on him.
No, not me.
Davion said he bringing $100. We gotta eat and dodge.
That's it. Bowl of cereal. That's all I can afford for you guys. All right, for practice, what strike we picking? What price we feel comfortable going with?
I don't know. Now that Rams is talking about wait until Monday, but
well, we want to wait on a pullback. We're not Belina, so get Belina's thoughts out of y'all mind.
You're triggering me.
We long
it's
term.
too
We
late.
want to wait on a pullback.
So okay,
what
do this.
pullback do we feel comfortable with? That's what we're gonna do.
Do this. So David, right off on TradingView too, you can chart the actual contract. So you go see what contract you want, so you can search that contract on TradingView on the option. And then
I know they do that. I'm going to my brokerage account though.
Oh, okay. So now in this
case,
if you were concerned on what premium to pay for the contract, you say, okay, if I'm looking at the chart and this thing, if I expect it to pull back to $24, $40, $23, whatever the case may be, let's say even at the 2082 is where it starts, where I'm like, if I could grab some liquidity from there, will be great because I'm still in bullish structure there. You might think, oh, we breaking down to the downside, but if you look at the last lower, you good. So if I could grab some liquidity down at 2082, starting right there, it'll catch my attention. So I'll say, okay, how much is the premium worth down there at 2082? I had no idea doing the math. So now I go and chart the actual contract. So that will tell you whether it's $542 or if you go down to that level at 2082, it'll really go down to $324. So that's the discount.
Y'all understand what he's saying, right?
Yes.
So this is what Josh was showing you guys yesterday on TradingView, how to look at the premium.
So let's say I could start taking an entry. I could get my feet wet at 23 level when we take the liquidity off that last candle right there, because I left an imbalance. So now if we could just take that imbalance and run, that's fine. I already got my foot wet. But now if we take that imbalance and fail, and we grab liquidity from down under at 2082 levels, all the way to 1780 really. somewhere around that level, you could grab all that liquidity and run. So now I can wait and see what the premium is down there and say, okay, if I got in at $24, I boom, now I can average down at that level because I know that's the discount. I have to load the boat. So that's why I'll be like, all right, cool. If I got 2 contracts to start off with, yeah, I could get 3. Now my average really go down because I know I'm on a discount level right here, and I could just let it run.
Yep. Y'all understand that? So right now we're just gonna say that we're looking at a strike of 21, 22, and then we're gonna go to the option chain, like Rams was saying, see what our premiums are, see what strike price we want to get, see what expiration we want to get, see what the prices are, and see if we feel comfortable. Remember how much money we're working with. Do we remember that?
$37.50.
$37.50. All right, so everybody in agreement, we're trying to get like a 21, a 20. What's a good strike?
21.
If we want the price to go down to 20, then we're probably looking at a 25 strike. But once again, it depends on price. Everybody agree with that? If we look for price to come down to 20.82, that's what we want to get in at. So we can start looking at the premiums from 22 to 25.
Okay.
The strike prices.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go to the options chain now. Y'all see my screen?
Yes.
What you see?
Yes.
October 10th, 2025, a big public at the top. Something that looked like a door versus a gas station.
I can't see y'all. Where did y'all go?
Party over here.
Are you on the E-Trade?
No, he's on Schwab.
Wow.
Okay.
He's on his personal brokerage.
All right. Oh, there y'all go right there. Okay. It's on the same page. So what strike price, what expiration are we thinking? We've established a strike price, but how far out do we want to go?
We doing a swing, we doing a lead.
Whatever our money can afford. You know, the farther out you go, the more expensive it is. But I always tell everybody to start at 6.
6 months.
And then we can work our way back.
6 months.
Okay.
That sound good to everybody?
Yeah. October, November.
Yes.
So that's April?
Yep, April.
Yes.
April 2026. 196 days out. All right, so right now, April 17th. So if we waited for price to come back down to 22, we'll be looking at a premium, a strike price around 25. Now, like Ram said, these are the current prices now, but you know, as price comes down, these premiums are going to be cheaper. But like I was showing y'all guys the other day, on my columns, I keep my premiums up here, the 52-week high and the 52-week low of the premiums that were paid. So yeah, these premiums are pretty high right now. 52-week high, 963, and we currently at 850. There's no upside to that. So this is definitely not a good time to get your money's worth in APLD.
Okay.
Does all that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, like I say, you could go ahead and pick a premium and everything like that. But if you go back over here and look at how high it's been, it is just way too close. You don't have much upside unless you spend a lot of money, buy a lot of contracts, and then you just make your money off of volume
So the
with a whole
closer
bunch of contracts.
so the closer it is to the 52 high, it makes the premium lower. Is that correct?
It makes your profitability lower.
Okay.
Now, this 52-week high could go higher, but right now, all you can gauge off of is how high it is right now. And this price right here is $8.85. That's $9.95. That's $1. So if we do our math, 9.95 divided by 2, 497.
Doesn't change.
You want this premium to be around 497 before you try to get in. And right now we up here. But as price comes down, like I said, we were looking for it to go 21, 22. These premiums will get cheaper. So ultimately, that's what you're looking for, those premiums to at least get 497 if we wanted to enter at 26. Now that's April. It could be some other premiums a lot closer that's going to be cheaper, but I doubt it because this thing is just running at an all-time high now, period. So this would just be something we'll watch. We wouldn't even really get in it. I wouldn't, not right now. But just in case you wanted to make a play, if you're going off traps method, which one of these would you get in? What would be our strike price?
30.
32? 30 or 32?
32.
I say 30. The volume's what, 98 or something? And the opening interest, yeah, 30.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
if you're looking at traps method, you're probably
33.
looking at strike price of 33.
33, yeah.
If that was your strategy of going with the open interest. Like I said, I don't always pick the highest open interest. But if that's where we were going, it would be 33. And once again, premium is still high. Highs is 790. Right now it's at 695. So I would definitely wait for that premium price to come back down so you can get a better entry. Now, all that means is this area right here is pretty popular. We probably could go farther out and the premiums are a lot cheaper because nobody's playing them. So let's try January 2027. I've been playing in 2027 here lately. We can still go with what y'all thinking, 27? See, these premiums still high. 1256. Right now it's at 1120, 1199. Right now it's at 10. See, even these premiums high. This thing's just been running. So it's a good stock. You just got to wait for the pullback and you got to wait to catch a sale. You can't be jumping in too fast. This is where the patience come in at. You know, on day 2, we talked about setups. You got to be patient and watch your setups. Wait for them to form. Wait for your prices to come where they need to come. That's why your research comes in at. So I don't like any of those. Everybody in agreement?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
for the sake of time, I'm just gonna jump into a new options chain versus going through the charting piece.
Okay.
And we will check out BBI. Bum, 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 bum. Right now it's at 713. Six months out again.
April. It was April 17th.
Yeah, they don't have an April option, so we'll go March. Dun, 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 dun. Current price 713. Me personally, with them being this cheap, more than likely I probably do a in the money because they real cheap. So I would do a 7 if it was me. But you could do the 8 to 9 if you want to save more money. Keep in mind we got $3,750 to spend. The question is, do you want to put the whole 3,000 in here? Or because once again, this is based on trades. So we could probably, with these things being so cheap, we probably could do 3 or 4 contracts for this stock here. And if there was an entry for APLD, could have did 3 or 4 for that. So we were able to get 2 plays without $3,750. Or you can just let it sit on the side. You don't have to play it until you get the absolute setup that's going to get you into a position for great profitability. So with that being said, what play would make most sense for us to get in here? They all got great open interest, so you can go either way.
Six, 7.
And they look to be on sale on the premiums. My 7, what is that?
340 is 120.
Oh, that's definitely on sale.
155.
$1.40 less than normal.
All right, so yeah, that's on sale. No, I needed to be at 177 if I wanted to get this one. 215. So if I wanted to play that one, I probably put in a limit order because we're not far from that. That can actually happen. 215 down to 177. That can happen in a reasonable amount of time. So that pullback could happen. So yeah, based off the sale price of my premium, 355 divided by 2, 177. I'll put a limit order in for that and wait on it. 3, 4. Now I think this one right here you can get in 3.4. $1.70.
By 20 cents.
Yeah. So all these are pretty close, reasonable. You could actually get in at these and no harm, no foul. But if you want to stay true to the strategy and the process, set it at 170 and let it come down. For this one right here, that 190, let it come at 170. So are we in agreement with a strike price of $8?
Yes.
Set our limit order for 170.
70.
Yes.
And
Right, so how much money we want to spend out of our $3,750?
Come on, calculator. Come on. Where are you at?
Or are we already experienced and we're scaling our account, or are we still new and we're going through the process of one contract until we win 10 trades? What are we doing? So yeah, one contract is $170.
How did you
I
get
think
that
we
amount?
should go scaling.
I'm sorry. How did you get that amount again? You took 340 divided by 8, was it?
Say that again.
Divided by 2.
By 2? Well, I
Yeah.
guess it was on
So
$7
right now
one.
we're looking at the 8 strike. The low right now is 190. But the 52-week high that has been paid for that one is 340. So yeah, we would take that 340 and divide it by 2 to determine a premium price on sale that we comfortable with paying.
Okay, thank you.
And keep in mind, this is how I do it on my system. Like Ram said, he's on TradingView. Y'all have that option. I don't use TradingView, but y'all still have that option of looking at your premium prices. I can see my premium prices right here and the high, and I make my decisions this way. But the same thing is done on TradingView, but he has it on the actual chart, which I think is awesome. I definitely would love that play, but like I said, I'm good here. I'm used to this, and I do my math and get my premiums that's on sale and comfortable. And then on the flip side, boom, when they take off, my premium is moving up with the stock price, and I have so much room for my premium to run. Easy, 100%. Like I said, some people, if you're buying your premiums too high, you're not gonna get 100%, and that thing will turn back on you. You know, I have seen some people get 95%, 90%, and you know they holding it because they waiting on that 100, and they think he's gonna get it next day, but it's exhausted now.
Okay, so
And
that divided by
your premium is exhausted, and the stock price is exhausted. You didn't even have any more room left on your premium, but you wouldn't know that if you didn't do this math or look at your 52-week high.
So you took that 52-week high, you divided by the ask price, which is $2, correct?
Say that one more time.
You took that 52-week high and you divided by the ask price, which is
No,
$2.
I just divided it by 2. Whatever these 52-week highs are, you just divide them by 2.
Got you.
And
Okay.
then whatever your answer is, you want to make sure it is lower than these.
Okay. Lower than the bid. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
And see, this is the low. The ask is always going to be high, but I'm always looking at the low. See, and this column here is last. This is the last price that was accepted. This is what the market is asking for. They're asking for 170. I never go with the ask, which is the market order. So whatever the market is charging, you can just hit market and it's going to give you make you pay the highest price. I'm willing to save, 5 cents is $5. In this case, that's $10. But somebody got in, the last person that paid got in for 165. So if you want to get in immediately, you can always put in what the last person was accepted. Or you can still wait a little more. Put that one in. It don't always hit right away. But that's where that patience come in at. But like I said, right here is what the low is right now, but this is not our number. Our number is going to be 173. So when I click on that, buy to open, call option, that is what was in there, but that's not the price we choosing. We said we're going to do a limit order and we're going to wait on it. 173. Now me, good till canceled. I could be busy. 2 or 3 days, don't look at the account. Whenever it hit, boom, I'm in there. Review order, place trade, and we good. We in there. Now we just got to wait till they execute. Does all that make sense? Any questions on that?
No.
No.
Does all that math make sense? Anything that Ram said, Belina said, I said?
Clear.
Different strategies, different processes to get to the numbers, but overall, we all looking at the most profitability that we can get in the trade. Questions, concerns? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Thank you. This was good. This was very informative.
Rams, my guy.
This was good, David. Thank you for your time, my brother. For real.
I appreciate it, bro. You know, I'm still learning from you. We learn from each other.
Word. And I like that one thing I want to just touch on that you said at the end. We all got different strategies. So it's what you're comfortable with and what you see that you're comfortable with seeing. Every time you see it, boom, you can act. Anything else that clouds your vision is just noise for you. So don't worry too much about what the next person is doing. If how David just explained the whole option chain, and you can grasp that, that's what you use. That's a strategy. That's his strategy. It works for him. And if you can understand it as well, it can work for you too. If you understand looking at structure and looking at the chart, the straight charts, then that's what works for you. But that was a very good point that he touched on. Different strategies, everybody's on the same goal. Everybody's seeing almost the same picture. Because remember, somebody asked the question earlier, oh, because everybody's not getting the same exact number. But remember, these levels are relative because it can very well just swipe the last candle and just take liquidity. But you thought it wasn't really going to go under that last candle. So it's really all relative and zone. So when you say it might hit $500, it might hit $498, $497 and jump, $499, or $499.99 and jump. So it might not be exact on the dollar and cent every time because it's always going to be relative. But that was a good touch at the end right there, Dave. Word.
All right. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. So just going back to our sheet, man, I think we covered most of it. We did our ticker symbol. We got our money that we was allocated. We was allocated $3,750. We decided to go with one contract for 176. Didn't really get into the delta and the theta. Those were pretty cheap and reasonable. We use our entry rules. Didn't really get into stop loss. And we was going with checking our profitability by looking at those discount premium prices on ways to get, you know, the best discount premium and a good entry point. Questions on that? Now, who think we should have spent some more money? Since it was so cheap, we got 3,000 to play with.
2 contracts.
I would have went with 4.
Oh wow, big money.
You had enough?
Yeah, it was only.
Big money. I thought we were doing a small account.
Yeah, it was only $1.76, which is $176 times 4. So
I got 1,700. I was thinking maybe 10 contracts, I guess. Don't ask me how I got that number.
Oh,
$1.07.
Hey, but this goes back to us setting up our rules. How much money do we want to allocate per trade? See, that was a trade.
Mm-hmm.
So we got $3,750 to go in options, period.
Okay.
So now that was a specific trade.
Mm-hmm.
So we could divide this 3,750 into 3 or 4 different trades, or you could load the boat into one trade, but sticking to your rule, this is the money
Right.
that we was going to use. So like I said, with what we just did, APLD, no, BBAI, I would have did 4 contracts at 176, which would have been $680 deducted from our 3,750, and we still got money left to play. And keep in mind, remember, we're still supposed to leave some dry powder.
Mm-hmm.
There's another formula of our rules on how much option money we're supposed to leave on the table too.
So we supposed to leave 25% of that?
Say that again?
Like if your standard was to have 10 to 25% in your account, we're supposed to deduct that from that 3750.
For trading, because
Yeah.
you know, once again, if our play went left and it hit the bottom, you can sit there and wait it out, or you know what I'm saying, you can average down, and you got some money on the side to average down, because now you're pretty much guaranteeing that it's going to go back up, make a little money on the way back up. But if you don't spend everything, you can't do nothing but sit in and wait.
No, I'm asking specifically because we know we came into 20K, but we said we were only going to use this 3750. So before we even started, we should have said, well, let me take out this whatever percentage.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
They had a different number.
We should have did a percentage on our 3750 on what we need to leave on the table and not invest.
Right.
So does anybody have a number for that? What percentage y'all feel comfortable with?
15.
That does reduce now how much we're going to trade with.
$1,000.
How much?
100%.
1,000. I would have used a dollar value.
It would be 30%. Or close to 30%.
2%.
That ain't nothing.
What you buy it with 2%?
You couldn't run another play with 2% left. I like another 15 or 20%, to be honest with you.
That's right. What they call psychological numbers.
Yeah. So that was 15% of the 3,750. That will have us leave $562 on the table.
3750 minus 562.
Yep. And then that's what we left with trading.
So we left with 3188 and we spent 170.
Yeah.
So now we're down to 3018.
Exactly. When you actually real time, this is hard.
That's my point.
that's why we're here. That's why we're here. Because until you get comfortable and fast, I don't want you to be like Belina. See, Belina just see the stuff. You know what I'm saying? She can react.
Just alone.
But you
that's why you should have like one Google Meet during market hours so you can show us in real time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just throwing that out there because you that good.
You know?
I'm trying to help my people.
Nobody said I was good. I just want everybody to discipline themselves and act accordingly.
Cut it out.
Because it's hard. It's hard.
Are we on a crunch time, Davion, or you got work tomorrow? Because I got a question.
Go ahead.
Like, how many of you guys in here actually took the options master class? Because what we're talking about, it will only make sense if you understand options and in the money, out the money, and at the money. So
exactly.
Davion is saying all this and you guys don't understand is a reason for that, because the in the money plays, out money plays, and the at the money plays, those are totally different plays and totally different money. And you can, you know, that's why I was asking, like, is everybody in, like, did y'all take the options class or the options course?
Levine did. I'm good on that.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So
Did
that's
somebody
why
help me get it? I don't know
Yeah,
what you're talking
to be honest with you, I don't even like to coach you if you hadn't even taken the course
yeah,
yet.
yeah.
about. Did somebody help me
That's
get
It just make the
I paid for it,
conversations
but I haven't
difficult.
gotten it yet, y'all. I
yeah,
don't
because
know.
they're gonna be confused at what you're talking about, with the option plays and all of that, if they don't even understand those three things. So maybe they should do some homework on. You don't even need to take the options master course, to be honest. If you're already into deep with us right here, just go look for what out the money, at the money, and in the money means. And then the options change might be a little bit more understanding, and you probably understand it a little bit more. But it does make a price difference for every play, and it does have different values, especially within the options chain. So when you see certain things, they're in the money, out the money, and at the money, and they're totally different prices for that. And it comes with totally different consequences if you don't pick the correct one.
Yeah.
And that just goes back to you knowing your brokerage account too, because you know, going over the course, you know, Trap teaching you all the fundamentals. And I see a lot of people in the chat, man, they don't went through the course. You can hear it in them. They know the numbers, and then they get to the brokerage account and they don't know what to do there, you know, limit order, sell order, all
That
the
was
other
one
stuff.
problem I had
Yeah,
after doing it. I was like, how you give me all this information and then don't tell me how to make the trade?
because yeah, everybody's got different brokerage accounts. You know, like some of you TradingView people, you can actually do the trade on TradingView. I go with my brokerage account specifically. You could do it on Thinkorswim too, make the trade inside the app, but I don't do that. I need a little space in between, clear my mind before I push the buy
When
button.
Joshua was saying it, like,
We wish nothing but the best for everyone.
We are family.
All
All right, so what I'm about to do now, I'm gonna put a Google Doc in the chat.
Okay.
And this is just gonna be your Bible, so to speak, all the notes that you have taken, all the brainstorming that you have done. Once you have dialed in your final answers, you want to document them on this sheet here
Okay.
to have a true blueprint of your rules, your strategies, your processes, and your procedures for getting in and out of trades, maintaining discipline, keeping yourself motivated, documenting those affirmations. Once you get everything dialed in from all your notes, and you want to print this and write it. Don't type in it, print it and write it. Now, also, when I send you this, don't ask me for permission. As soon as y'all open it up, change the name on it, save as. Put your name and your identity trader workbook.
Okay.
And then you can always have that on you. So as your rules change and you become more sophisticated and seasoned, your rules might change. You come back and create a new notebook and rewrite them. Stay consistent on that. I ain't gonna lie, this helped me too. I had rules, you know, they was wrote down here and there, but this kind of helped me dial in. And as I grow, I already know there's a few things I'm gonna change, especially like the scaling piece. At some point, I don't know if y'all know Mr. Larry. Mr. Larry says you don't buy no less than 10 contracts on anything. He don't care what the price is. That's where he at now. Everything is 10 contracts and up. Comfortably. Meta, Netflix, the cheap stuff. 10 minimum. That's where he at right now. That's where I want to be. That's my goal. 10 consistently and don't even think about it.
We can do it.
We can do it.
And when you build your watch list, you never have to chase because the watch list is key.
That's another thing. I have a watch list. Oh, I wanted to show y'all this here real quick. It was part of the process here. Let me get this link over to you guys. Copy, chat. Let me know
Does
if y'all
anyone
can
have
pull,
like? Do you guys have a watch list that y'all like?
let me know if y'all can pull that up and
So,
save as your own.
Yes, I do.
Got it, Davian. Thank you.
All right. Can y'all see my screen?
yes.
All right. So when I initially started, I had a notebook. I operated off that notebook for about 5 days when I got Trap's course. After that, I created this Google Doc here. This is how I tracked my 10 stock checklist. Based on what we were doing today, I just wanted to show y'all this example so you can keep yourself accountable and tracking and everything like that. Now, this is just a screenshot, but I actually have all type of math formulas in here. Everything updates in real time. So this just kind of give you an idea of when you're journaling, tracking, holding yourself accountable. This is something that you can set up for yourself. And like I said, it can be done on paper. I just put it, and it's almost mirroring the course.
Yeah, I've been doing books now that I've been trying to figure out a way to get this live with the RSI chain and everything. It'd be good if you could share this because I have a lot of books.
You trying to do what now?
Nice. I have a lot of books, right? This every time I go over with the formula over and over.
Yeah.
So I have like books and books and books. So I just never found a way that the RSI actually changes in real time.
Yeah, it's a crazy formula. Now with the RSI on my sheet here, I was putting that in manually. Because there are not a lot of sites that you can pull the RSI from. So, but once again, when I was tracking this, I was looking at the numbers, but it is better to look at your RSI on the charts because it moves just like the stock or whatever, if that makes sense to everybody. So I learned to look at the RSI like that versus looking at the number. But you know, in the course, he'll tell you anything over 70 overbought, anything under 30 sold. So I was always looking at that happy number, you know, 50, 60 or 50, 40. But now I don't even look at that. I look at
The movement.
the movement. There you go. That is key. It don't even be the number no more. It be the movement because it moves just like the stock. So that's tracking for yourself. Journaling, like I said, you can do all that in a notebook. Alex in the group, man, I saw his little notebook that he wrote down where he was tracking his profits. Phenomenal. You know, he old school, so I get it. So I respect how he put that together. He understand what his numbers are. He got certain things highlighted. I mean, he had like 2 pages. So, you know, he been working. He been selling and buying, selling and buying, selling and buying. He had a lot of trades in that book. And I also have a profit calculator because at some point when I got started, man, I was just all over the place. And then I was like, am I really making money? Do any of you know if you're really making money? Am I really making money? All right, this is a way I was start tracking my trades because at some point I was all over the place. These are my numbers from last year. Once again, these are a whole bunch of formulas in here. Everything updates in real time. So only thing I do, put the date I purchased, when I sold, my ticker, all this updates manually. I mean, automatically. Put my premium in, so I'm tracking everything.
So you created that layout, or it's part of the calculator?
No, I created this.
Oh, okay.
So if y'all wanted to just get these right here
Yeah.
and, you know, track them yourself, this is pretty much all you'll need, and then do the math. I'm sorry, the stock price here. What I like to track, because sometimes you get lost into this. When we were looking at premiums, we actually forget how much the stock was at the time that we bought, which is key to me sometimes. So this is the current stock price if it updates in real time. But when I bought it, you know, it was at such and such price.
Right.
So yeah, I like to put that in there. That's something I have to put in manually, but I put that in and track it. And then whatever my premium prices are at the time, the strike price I chose, my expiration, and how many contracts I purchased, and how much all that cost. And then when I sell it, I put it here, and then my calculator calculates my profit and loss. Here, the amount, and then I have this one set up as the percentage, because we like to stay focused on our percentages.
I need this in my life.
Now this thing right here is real long, because I had a ton of trades last year. As you can see, trading one account multiple times. Like I said, this thing is real long, but I'll just give y'all a screenshot so y'all can at least, if y'all want to, write these things down that you can start helping yourself track. And that is going to do it for us tonight. Everybody got their rules?
Yep.
You got your Bible to write it in?
Yes.
Yes.
We've documented some gems.
A lot.
Yes.
3 days of activity. I feel good. I feel good.
Got to get organized now.
That's it.
For sure. Thank you, Thavian, for your
That's what
time
we
and
got
sharing.
Saturday and Sunday for, to get organized now. Process all
Mhm.
this information, get a good night's sleep, and Saturday and Sunday go at it. Get your numbers together.
And you put the link in for tonight. I want to be able to go through it again.
Yeah. Well, it's live now, so as soon as we get
Okay.
off,
Oh,
it'll
okay.
be
It'll
open
be okay. Okay.
for sure.
Thank you.
All right, you guys have a good weekend. Keep up the good work. Millionaires on the line.
Look at all the millionaires out there.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Let me give y'all a smile. Y'all see me?
We see you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You always got that smile, Thavia. You always got that smile. You be teaching and smiling. I be cracking up over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you
Yes.
do.
You be
Teaching and
smiling
smiling?
like that damn Levine with all these dumbass questions. That's why he's smiling.
Y'all crazy. It's all good though.
That mean he making all that money over there, y'all. That's why he be
Exactly.
smiling.
That's
That's why
why
he
he's
be
smiling.
smiling.
That's why
He
he's
be
smiling.
talking, smiling.
Y'all make me laugh. That's all I can say.
Thank
That's
you.
all I can say.
Yeah.